And Rangers, wow, I've never seen so much movement in the team. This has been the craziest transfer window ever. Today we have some very important updates on Kenny McLean. We've also got Jose Mourinho involved in blocking a player's transfer to Rangers. Plus, the newspaper L'Équipe has dropped a bombshell about a player Clement has his eye on. And finally, the two biggest stories of the day. One is that Rangers might be sold to investors. I'll give you all the details. And have you heard the rumors about Todd Cantwell's potential multi-million-pound exit, which would be impossible for Rangers to compete with? Let's start with Kenny McLean, the Scotland international midfielder who has made no secret of his Ibrox allegiances, was widely expected to be a key summer signing for Rangers. Reports even suggested that a deal to bring McLean to Ibrox was essentially in the post just a few days ago. However, it appears that the negotiations have hit a snag, with McLean and Rangers reportedly at odds over the length of the contract on the table. In a humorous turn of events, McLean's agent has taken to social media to see the funny side of these fluctuating reports. The main sticking point seems to be Rangers' reluctance to sign the 32-year-old on a long-term contract. McLean is currently secured at Norwich City until 2026 with an option for another year, effectively guaranteeing him 3 years of substantial wages at the English Championship club. Despite the hiccup with McLean, Rangers manager Philippe Clement remains committed to bringing more experienced players into the squad. Clement acknowledged the departure of 5 players at the end of their contracts, which brought no financial return to the club. He emphasized the importance of balancing youth with experience in the team. "We had 5 players going out of the building at end of contract, so we didn't get any money in. We lost 5 players," said Clement. "But at the moment, we were focused on everything. But it was easier to get the young players in. But as for the transfer window, there will also be experience coming into the building. We need a good balance to the squad in the team of both. But it was important to find these young talents, and they are a few exciting talents for the future." Rangers are reportedly eyeing a move for bright Osai Samuel, but Jose Mourinho is determined to block the transfer, according to SoccerNet. Mourinho is keen to keep the Nigeria star at Fenerbahce, despite Osai Samuel expressing his desire to return to the UK. Wolves and Southampton are also interested in the talented winger. Turkish media reports suggest that Fenerbahce would be open to Osai Samuel's departure, with his contract expiring next summer and negotiations for an extension stalling. This situation makes him an attractive target for clubs looking to secure his services before he becomes a free agent. As the summer transfer window heats up, Rangers will face stiff competition from Southampton and Wolves for Osai Samuel's signature. His performances for QPR were previously described as outstanding by then-manager Mark Warburton, highlighting his potential impact. Osai Samuel moving to Rangers could be a beneficial move for both the player and the club. Since switching to right-back, he has excelled, and with his future at Fenerbahce looking uncertain, now seems like the perfect time for a transfer. Rangers need fullbacks who can push forward and contribute to attacks, and with his pace and athleticism, Osai Samuel fits the bill perfectly. He could be a bargain too, given that Fenerbahce might let him go for less than his previous £5 million valuation. Even with James Tavernier and Dujon Sterling in the squad, there's room for someone of Osai Samuel's quality, especially if Tavernier's rumored move away happens. Philippe Clement could definitely use someone with his versatility and proven talent, making Osai Samuel a smart acquisition for Rangers. While Mourinho's determination to keep Osai Samuel at Fenerbahce presents a challenge, the player's desire to return to the UK and the current contract situation at Fenerbahce make this a situation to watch closely. Rangers will need to act swiftly and decisively if they want to secure his services amidst competition from other clubs. Rangers have set their sights on Usama Targalin, a player who is highly appreciated by Philippe Clement's side, according to L'Équipe. The 22-year-old midfielder joined Le Havre AC last summer and signed a contract until 2025. However, his situation is being closely monitored by several clubs, including Rangers. Le Havre AC, the League One side, are working on balancing their books before making new additions to their squad. As part of this effort, they are looking to renew the contracts of a few players, including Targalin. Le Havre have already sent a renewal offer to the Morocco U23 international, who is also on the radar of clubs from France and Italy, including Marseille. According to Foot Mercato, Philippe Clement's side are closely monitoring Targalin's situation. As of now, Le Havre haven't received an offer from Rangers or any other club. They are involved in discussions with Targalin about renewing his contract to prevent his transfer this summer. The fact that Targalin hasn't accepted the renewal offer so far gives hope to Rangers and other interested parties. The situation with Usama Targalin is one to watch closely. If Le Havre failed to secure his renewal, it could open the door for Rangers to make a move for the talented midfielder. Given Philippe Clement's appreciation for the player, this could be a strategic addition to bolster the squad. So all right, let's dive into the latest news on a potential Rangers takeover and what it could mean for the club. Keith Wyness, Aberdeen's former chief, has claimed that news on a potential takeover at Rangers could come very soon after talks with overseas investors. Wyness, who has extensive experience as the CEO of Aberdeen, Everton, and Aston Villa, now runs a football consultancy advising elite clubs. Speaking on the new edition of Football Insider's Inside Track podcast, he emphasized that now is the time for Rangers to move away from fan ownership. Rangers are currently owned by a group of investors, including Dave King, Douglas Park, and current chairman John Bennett. The fan group Club 1872 also owns almost 5% of the Ibrox club. Despite having a significant fan base and passionate supporters, Rangers have won just one Scottish Premiership title in the last 13 years, with rivals Celtic dominating the Glasgow football scene. Wyness believes that an overseas investor is the right person to reorganize the club properly after a lack of recent success. He stated, "I think it's a fairly strong likelihood that we will see something coming very soon on a potential takeover. I know from my sources there have been talks with overseas investors." He further explained that the problem with Rangers is that it tends to attract fans interested in buying the club. According to Wyness, the club needs a break from this type of ownership. He believes that a genuine football investor who is not emotionally tied to the club's passionate history should come in to reorganize and rebuild the club properly. Wyness emphasized the need for an external investor to take charge rather than an existing fan who dreamed of owning the club. He stated, "Someone should come in from the outside and do this, rather than have an existing fan who dreamed of owning the club. They need the chance to rebuild." He also mentioned that there would still be opportunities for fans to be involved, but the primary focus should be on bringing in a professional investor who can make strategic changes. Wyness added, "I know one of the potential investors is indeed that kind of operator. I think it's what the club needs." The potential takeover by an overseas investor could mark a significant turning point for Rangers FC. With a strategic investor at the helm, the club could see a more structured and professional approach to management, potentially leading to better performance on the pitch and stronger financial stability. All right, let's delve into the latest developments surrounding Todd Cantwell and his potential move from Rangers to Saudi Arabia. Former Norwich City Academy product Todd Cantwell is being linked with a surprise transfer to Saudi Pro League side Al Qadsiya, amid reports of a possible summer exit from Rangers. Cantwell joined Rangers in January 2023 and had a notable first full season, contributing 15 goal contributions in 44 appearances. However, he might be on the move again as Rangers look to overhaul their squad. According to the Scottish Sun, Al Qadsiya, which recently signed former Real Madrid star Nacho, is keen on acquiring Cantwell. The midfielder has reportedly expressed a desire to return to the UK, with interest from Wolves and Southampton also noted. Despite his achievements at Rangers, including winning the Scottish League Cup, Cantwell finds himself down the pecking order under Philippe Clement, who is restructuring the team to challenge Celtic's dominance. Rangers are experiencing significant changes, with Philippe Clement overseeing a major squad overhaul. 5 senior players have already left, and there are rumors about James Tavernier and Connor Goldson potentially moving, as well as Cyril Desires attracting interest from Europe and Ben Davies being eyed for a championship return. Cantwell's name has also come up in transfer discussions, with his agent, José Enrique, reportedly offering him to clubs and even fans groups due to a social media mix-up. Cantwell's potential departure could be seen as a strategic move for Rangers, especially if it brings in a significant transfer fee. His talent is undeniable, but consistency has been an issue, which might be why Philippe Clement is open to his exit. A move to Al Qadsiya could be lucrative for Cantwell, given the significant salaries on offer in the Saudi Pro League. The situation with Todd Cantwell is still evolving, and it remains to be seen if a deal with Al Qadsiya or another club will materialize. If he does leave, it will be interesting to see how Rangers reinvest the funds and restructure their squad to compete more effectively in the upcoming season. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more exclusive Rangers news. Catch you next time.